Hey guys, it's Amanda, and today I'm going to be giving you my final thoughts on the food boxes. So as I mentioned, this is going to be the final episode of this whole little series that I've had going on with the food boxes. I was going to do a whole week of HelloFresh too, but I just decided that it was time to move on. So here we are, and I'm going to be giving you the pros and cons of trying out a food box. The first thing that I want to mention is that there's so much variety when it comes to food boxes. So I've only tried Blue Apron, HelloFresh, and Martha and Marley Spoon, but there are so many others. It doesn't matter really what your needs are or what kind of food box you're looking for. If you're into keto, if you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, if you're whatever, like pretty much there is something for you. And I think that's why in all of the ones that I've tried, Marley Spoon came out on top, because as when I was showing you the app, they have all of those filters that you can use to decide your meal every week, which I really liked, and I'm pretty sure that you can't do with HelloFresh as well as you can do with Martha and Marley Spoon. So as far as boxes go, that's for me, but there are so many other ones, and you can just look into them based on what your diet is and what kind of meals you like, which I think is really cool. I know HelloFresh has like a vegetarian option, but it didn't really have the same flexibility as the Martha and Marley Spoon in my eyes. So maybe I don't know something about it, but that was just how I felt. And like I said, there's so many other boxes, so that was just my experience of I haven't even tried Blue Apron in a long time, but out of these three boxes, I would say that Martha and Marley Spoon was my favorite. And you know, there are so many other options. I see them advertised all the time, so let me know if you've tried other food boxes and which ones you've liked. The second thing I really liked is that I feel that these food boxes really get you trying things that you normally probably wouldn't. I like to cook, so I am more likely to go out of my comfort zone, but definitely with HelloFresh and Martha and Marley Spoon, and even with Blue Apron, it definitely got me trying different combos and stuff that I probably wouldn't even have looked up or tried on my own. And the only reason I picked them is because it was one of the 3 recipes. So it definitely got me trying something new, whereas I normally probably wouldn't. So especially if you're not into cooking, I've definitely seen a lot of people that review it that aren't into cooking, and this actually gets them cooking. So if that's you and you're looking to branch out, it's definitely a thing I would recommend trying. And even if you love cooking, it's definitely one of those things to like get you trying something you might not normally try. Another thing to consider is that it's definitely good if you're trying to get on a specific budget for groceries. And I'm going to talk about this actually in the cons as well. I've noticed that I know HelloFresh was around $60, Martha and Marley Spoon was around $60. Of course, I got them at a discount, and that's another cool thing. You could probably keep trying different boxes for all of their little coupons until you run out of boxes to try. If you did stay on it, it is the same consistent amount every month, no matter what you're buying, unless of course you increase the number of meals or something like that. So that's really cool, and it's a good way to kind of figure it out and budget, especially if you're trying to get on a budget. I haven't really compared the prices, and maybe down the road that's still something I'd like to try, comparing buying all of the ingredients in a box for all 3 meals and seeing how it compares to getting the box and trying to figure out if it is worth the price. I'm sure somebody's done it somewhere. I think one of the biggest advantages is that all of the food was really good. I can't say that there was much that I didn't like. Obviously certain tastes and stuff. I know one of the meals had arugula that might have been HelloFresh. I'm not a big arugula fan, but overall everything is really good. And of course, for all of you introverts out there, it is also great because you do not have to go to the store. Anything that brings stuff to me and keeps me from going to the stores on Saturday and Sunday when they're crazy is. So now let's get into some of the cons. Earlier with the pros, I was talking about budgeting. So I think in the same aspect, that can also be a con, Because when you go grocery shopping, you have the ability to go with what your budget is that week. If you don't need to spend that $60 every week, I think that it can be it's just very rigid to know that you have to spend $60 on 3 of your dinners. And that's the thing. It is only dinners. It's not taking into account any snacks you want to buy. It's not taking into account lunch or breakfast. And it is only 3 of the meals. You can get more, but then, the price just goes up and up. And I don't know what your grocery bill looks like. And again, like I said, I haven't done a comparison of the boxes to see if buying those kind of ingredients for those kind of meals is worth it. But to me, 1 week you might be like, splurging on something else for whatever reason. You might be like, I really need to just buy some ramen for $1, or whatever. That's an extreme circumstance, but I think that it definitely doesn't have that flexibility where if you do need to spend a little less on groceries that week or that month, it doesn't really let you do that. Obviously you can skip the box, but then that's defeating the purpose. You're not getting the meal box. So that does fall under the cons for me. Another thing that I wanted to say, like I said, I like to cook and I like to come up with our own meals, and it's not flexible in the way that you have 3 of your meals planned out, and yeah, you get to pick them, but you don't really get to create your own thing. Like sometimes you're going throughout your day and you're like, I don't really want that, and I have the ability to be like, okay, I'm gonna have my chicken with carrots instead of broccoli. You don't have that. You just have what the meal has in it. And of course, I guess you could use your own thing. But then if you're going off of trying not to buy stuff at the grocery store, then you really only have the stuff for that meal. So that doesn't really work out. Also, they are super easy to make, but I wouldn't say that they're the easiest thing. Having a routine and certain things that we cook all the time, I feel like they're a lot easier than these meals. So sometimes I'll just throw together chicken and a veggie, and it may not be as fancy or whatever, but it's simple, it's fast, and it's a good meal that we like. So if you're having one of those lazier days and you just don't feel like making them, it kind of stinks to have to postpone it, especially because they're fresh ingredients and they're just kind of chilling out, and you don't really want them to go bad or anything, so you kind of want to make them right away. At least that's me. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I found that to be a problem. Some days that we were committed to making one of the HelloFresh meals, and I was like, I really wish we would have just, bought some chicken this week so I could just throw together some chicken and a veggie. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Another thing that is all of the packaging, I feel like it's supposed to be very good for the environment. I feel like I saw that somewhere that's what they were trying to go for. But I feel like some of the things, they had all the individual mayonnaise packets, all the individual sour cream packets. I don't always have those things in my fridge, but a lot of times I do, especially mayo, ketchup, and having them send all those individual little packets. I mean, I'm not super eco-friendly or anything. I don't claim to be, but that was one thing that I was kind of is this really necessary? I forgot what it was. I think it might have been carrots. I don't remember, but in our last HelloFresh box, I remember just even Jacob, and he's not super eco-friendly or anything like that, but he was like, really? They had to put one of each of these in their own individual bags. It just seemed like a lot of waste. And going to the grocery store, you get packaging and stuff too, so you kind of have to weigh it out. But it just seemed unnecessary, especially when I was getting ketchup packets. I have ketchup in my fridge, and I know they're supposed to provide you with everything, and not everyone is going to have these things, but because I do, it's kind of is this really worth it? I don't know, that was just me. So my final thoughts are that I personally, and I know Jacob, really like food boxes. I think they are worth a try every once in a while, and especially when you can get these deals and stuff, they are really, really cool. However, we did decide to stop doing them, at least for a little while. I mean, we can always order again. It's not, once you cancel, it's not like you can never sign back up. For now, we decided to just not do it, just because we like to buy our own things, do our own thing. So we're going to do that for a few weeks, and then, if we miss it, maybe we'll order another box. So I'll let you know how that goes. But for now, we are giving it up. I do say there are way more pros than cons in this, and somewhere down the road I do want to do a comparison video, because I feel like that's the biggest thing for a lot of people, is knowing whether it's worth your money or not. So that's it for now. If you want to see me try some other box meal that I haven't tried, definitely let me know. Or if you just want to recommend it and don't want to even see it in the video, I would love to hear it. Let me know in the comments. If you liked this video, give me a big thumbs up. I'm planning on changing up my videos. I'm going to be posting every Monday and Friday. So definitely subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!